Well, once again, welcome to Ask Chuck webcast weekly. There will be a 2-week abeyance in holding my webcast because we're going to be in Easter recess over the next 2 weeks. I will be holding town meetings in 35 counties, mostly in northeastern and northern Iowa. During that period of time, I'll be trying to get opinions of people, answer their questions so that I can better represent them. It's sad that we had a terrible tornado in western Iowa. Mapleton and surrounding areas were hit very hardly, and consequently our heart goes out to those who have been hurt. I'm sure that it's miraculous that there weren't people killed. As I recall, 3 or 4 years ago at Parkersburg in my hometown in New Hartford, there were 8 people killed during such a tornado. I'm sure that the people of Mapleton are going to do everything they can to recover on their own, but just as soon as there is a disaster warning, disaster determination by the governor, I'm sure that FEMA will be in there to help the residents as well. I talked to the mayor of Mapleton this morning and told him that I stand ready to help any way I can. I've had my staff from the Sioux City office and the Council Bluffs office trying to stay on top of it, and we'll have staff here in Washington that will try to as well. And I told the mayor that if he needs to talk to me personally, I'll be glad to do that, and I hope I have a chance to visit. It's a little bit different, Parkersburg being 10 miles from my home and being in Memorial Day recess at that time. I was able to be over to Parkersburg quite a few times. But with the Congress being in session, I'll have to see about when we have some time so I can get to Mapleton. I hope I can. As is the rule here, I answer 2 questions that are either email, Facebook, or on Twitter to me, and so I'll go to those questions at this point. The first question comes from Mary of Walford, Iowa. I'll bet you do not want to touch the federally funded farm subsidy programs. The top 10% of the wealthiest farmers receive 74% of all funds. Are these the wealthy people that create jobs? I don't think so. I guess when you're personally benefiting from the federally funded program, it would be hard to want to cut anything. Your facts are very pertinent to a lot of legislation that I'm working on, Mary. For instance, I believe that we should not have 10% of the wealthiest farmers getting 74% of the benefits, and that's why I have advocated a very hard cap on the amount of money that any one farmer can get, because farm programs were always meant to be targeted towards medium and small sized farmers, people that because of economic conditions or politics or international things, a lot of things happen in farming that's beyond the farmer's control, and medium and small sized farmers sometimes can't get over that hump. So that's why we have a safety net for farmers. And it is true that when prices are high like they are now, there is no farm payments go out except for the direct payment. And I've been an advocate for either cutting back or taking the direct payment and targeting it towards insurance programs. I think it'd be much better spent there as well. And so I think that you're going to find some cutback on subsidies to farmers. But you also want to remember that when prices are high, except for the direct payment, there's no payments that go out to farmers. And if the direct payment's done away with, then of course, the only way you'll have help for farmers is when prices are catastrophically low. And I think there's a good argument for having a safety net for farmers because a supply of food is very, very important. You can imagine in countries where there's food rioting, We don't have that in the United States because we have a steady supply of food, and that best comes from the family farmer being the most efficient producer of food in the entire world. The second question comes from Ryan. He tweets, Senator, was community health center funding cut? I've been trying to research that because this final bill is just now being put together, even though there was an agreement last Friday. But as far as we can find out from people that follow this program very closely, that it has not been cut. I'm a strong supporter of community health centers. And of course they get a lot of funding from state and local sources of revenue as well, but the federal government is very supportive of community health centers. Thank you very much for your question. For the rest of this week, the Senate will be working on the small business bill that we've been working on for a couple weeks, and we'll also be working on passage of the grand compromise of last Friday, so that we didn't have a shutdown of government. That bill is being spelled out in its specifics at this point. The House will vote on it Wednesday, the Senate will vote on it Thursday.